This is very unique in the being that it's titled the horse capital of the world with the diversity of the horse, not just the thoroughbreds. And it has taken a spurt of growth here recently with the World Equestrian Complex coming into Marion County. The thoroughbreds were really seasonal. Back in the heyday, we had broodmare farms, a lot of broodmares, 500 broodmares per farm, and it was very good in the 70s and 80s and into the early 90s, and it kind of dismantled. And we became more of a 2-year-old in training county. We get yearlings in and we train them and we sell them as 2-year-olds.
I service any discipline that's in the Ocala area. I mean, I don't limit my farm calls to any particular discipline. I call on everything that's in the Ocala area, and there's a very, a diverse selection of horses in the Ocala market.
This is a great area to make feed in. I'm a little spoiled. A lot of people don't know that we're here. They show up and we go, I didn't know you did this. It really switches a light on for a lot of them. There's a lot going on up there.
In 1983, they started pulling ingredients in, and they formed a co-op with shareholders, and mainly made up of a lot of the thoroughbred farms here in the Marion County area.
We've been shareholders since the 80s sometime, and I'm on the board of directors and the executive committee. And it's always been a great perk for us shareholders to be able to rely on OBS feed, for purchases this way. So it's been a great relationship over the decades.
It's been a good joint venture for them. They're horsemen, they have a lot of horses, and they own the feed company. And so we stay up to modern day stuff because of them. They want to know what new things are coming, and we try to facilitate that. And that's the reason we looked at Kentucky Equine Research, is trying to bring new technology into the company. I believe in research, and when I moved to Ocala Breeders Feed and Supply, that was my goal, is not to have the newest, latest contraption, but to base my judgment on science and research. I'd known about Dr. Joe Pagan for many years when I'd visit the Equine Science Society meetings, and he was a legend. We could see the revolving door of the sport horse coming into the marketplace, that maybe we need to do something different and bring that 20 years of good feed up to better feed. Dr. Pagan and team with Kentucky Equine Research were able to help us develop some lines that really worked. They came down here and looked at my mill, saw the capabilities of what we could bring in, the ingredients and what we had capacity to do, and they kept it really simple.
Being a veterinarian, I'm not a nutritionist, so being a veterinarian makes me intelligent enough to rely on nutritionists that know what they're doing, and Ty is very good at recruiting some of the best minds in the world to balance these feeds. So I have great respect for what goes into doing that. I couldn't do it myself, but I do enjoy feeding it.
They helped me formulate the vitamin mineral package into getting it more into a pellet, and I challenged them on palatability, and they did their own palatability test at their research farm here in Ocala.
Dr. Pagan came in and analyzed all of those formulas based on current nutritional knowledge, and found areas that he believed we could really tweak this and tweak that and make each of the feed lines a better feed. And more mineral balance, just everything. It's not like he totally threw out everything that existed, but he took what was there as a framework and tweaked it into a better product.
We basically kept the same number of SKUs, but just made it stronger and better for the future. They proved that it would work, and it could work before I ever had to launch it, and it came through very successful. We're not making any mistakes as far as formulation because it's getting pre-done into a pellet. The horses eat it all, don't leave anything in the trough, and that's part of the winning combination of a team. Everybody working to what we can do, what we could do, and what we did do.
From the first time it was mentioned, it caught on with the board, and it looked like a relationship that had distinct mutually beneficial aspects to it, and it certainly brought a lot of expertise in the area of nutrition and marketing and things to our company, and allowed Ty and our company to branch out into types of feeds that are more geared towards the show horse world, which prior to that we were mainly a racehorse raising and breaking feed company. But now we have the different sport horse feeds that has diversified, the portfolio.
I felt it was a welcome change to have something new to talk about in the field. I also think that it was important for us to be able to show that we had science backing our products, we had research backing our products, That's very important to me. Like I said initially, I'm not there just to sell a bag of feed. I want to sell a feed program. And I want to be able to sell that program with confidence. And I know based on the research that's done in each bag of feed that I can offer these programs with confidence and know that the customer's going to do well with those products.
Quality is number one. Quality and consistency of quality. There's just too much at stake not to have that. I want the best fuel I can get in my animals for energy and stamina, so that's kind of the main focus for us. The horses look great, they perform great, it's just wonderful feed. I used to travel to horse shows and buy the feed when I get there. Now we always take the feed from home with us, you know, so that they're on the same feed, but it's that quality level that I don't want to drop off. So we always take enough feed for our road trip with us when we leave.
Customers have known us as the Thoroughbred Company, so being able to get out and talk to these customers that have the sport horses and let them know we have products that fit their program just opened a whole new door, you know, for us and new customers to be able to get out and talk to.
It has been spectacular in the growth and what it's done for my feed line. It was like Coca-Cola. You didn't want to bring in new Coke. That CEO got fired. And so I was very conscientious of that. We have a product called High Ammo that was our Coca-Cola, and it's our biggest volume. We just tweaked it a little with some new research information and basically kept it the same, and people adhered to that. They didn't like a big change. But on the sport horse line, we made some drastic changes, brought in new stuff, and the people really love it, and it's picked my business up tremendously. Without that, I'd be going down, and it's brought me back up to where we're flying straight and level and hope for growth in the future.
At one time, maybe decades ago, it was mostly a thoroughbred breeding and raising operation. But now you have every hunters, jumpers, 3-day eventing, Grand Prix horses, dressage, Pasafinos, Arabians, everything is here. You know, so again, this evolution with Dr. Pagan's help and Ty's foresight to get feeds geared towards many of these other people has been a big benefit.
We are more than just thoroughbreds, and we, you know, take care of more than just the thoroughbred horse. So it's been very unique and different, and gives me something new to talk about in the field.
OBS being in the heart of Ocala is able to service all of Ocala, which I think has like 56 different breeds in Marion County. That to me means everything. I think they're super lucky to have that availability. And we are super lucky as farm owners to be able to have such a great feed store that's so local to us. Science is ever evolving, right? There's always new things, and I want to be with a feed company that's on the forefront of that.